Good morning vlog. It is 6:01 a.m. Woo! This week I wanted to do a first month of PA school type thing. Yeah. So this is I think I'm going into the 4th week of school, which is crazy. I feel like the time is just flying by. So I think it's really important to document this. I'm sitting outside of the gym right now. I'm about to go in. I'm already so tired. This week I'm super stressed because I have my first exam. My first exam is tomorrow in psychiatry. There's a lot I have to know. I don't really know how to study for PA school yet because I haven't had a test before, so I think seeing this test will help me out. I was supposed to work after school today, but I got my shift switched with somebody because I need to study. I definitely should not be working during PA school, but one of my jobs ends this Friday. So today's Tuesday, ends Friday. So as long as I can just get through this week, I will be so much less stressed. I think. I should, because I've been working 12 to 20 hours a week at this job, and having that much extra time to study and prepare for class, I feel like will be amazing. Yeah. So basically up until now I've just been stressed because I'm working so much and I feel like I'm not studying enough. But at this point I'm just like, let's see the exam, because if I see the exam and I can do, okay, I'll know how to study. If I get the exam and I shit the bed, that's a whole other story. But let's go get this workout in. I think I'm gonna do legs tomorrow because I have more time in the morning tomorrow. So today, I'll probably do arms and some cardio. Gotta keep the body right, I wanna do not like a mini bulk. I just wanna eat a ton of protein and see if that does anything to my body. It probably won't. I never end up sticking with the diet. And now that I'm in grad school, who has time to prepare real meals? I try to meal prep once a week. Well, one dinner a week. Breakfast I cook every day. That's like mornings are my self-care. I have my mornings, I make my breakfast. And lunch I just have a turkey. I've been having a turkey sandwich. And I have been packing healthy snacks. Essential for PA school. Get a lunchbox. It's helped me out. I put little cheese sticks, bananas, grapes. Sometimes I add some cottage cheese, sometimes a protein bar. And then at the train station, once a week, I'll grab a little sweet treat just to treat myself. But since I work at an ice cream shop, I've really been baking my back. So I'm so happy that place is closing soon because I don't look right. It's giving t-shirt in the gym, not looking right. And that's never happened to me. Anyway, I've blabbed enough. I'm gonna go inside, start my day. And I'll see you guys later. I don't know when, but later. I have a negative time. I literally have 15 minutes before I have to walk to the train. But I need to show you guys the state of my home. Mess. Clothes everywhere. I'm surprised that bed is even made. Shoes everywhere. Trash. Gross stuff. The living room's fine. I haven't been able to spend any time in here. And my closet, at first you're like, oh, it's literally not that bad. And then you see the laundry monster. You can't even tell what's clean and what's dirty anymore at this point. This is clean, that's dirty. But yeah, I just need you guys to see that, oh, and then, I have a big whiteboard and I was studying for psych. That information may or may not be accurate. That was a blurt that I did. Anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna be getting ready for school. I just need you guys to see that. All right, guys, so it is 10:31. I have my exam at 2. So I'm gonna start making breakfast for myself. What do I want to have today? Oh, the dishwasher's clean. That's great. That's amazing. So my go-to breakfast every morning has been an egg, 1 egg, some egg whites, and I do a scoop of cottage cheese, and I drink a cup of bone broth. That has been my go-to, and it's so good. Oh, and then a piece of toast with a ton of butter. Like, the rest of my breakfast is super healthy so that I can eat an unholy amount of butter, jeez. I don't know if this is surprising at all, but I do not like to cram morning of. Personally, I have been studying for the last week, not super intensely every single day. I went on a study date yesterday with Faith, so that was really productive. I've been taking practice exams. Quizlet Plus has really been my best friend because on Quizlet Plus you can, one of the tutors at my school made a practice test. His practice test is full of PANCE questions. So if you don't know what the PANCE is the big board exam, I guess, for PA students. So once you graduate, get your degree, you take the PANCE, and then once you take the PANCE, you can be a practicing physician assistant. Anyway, I say all that to say that the practice test was harder than what my exam will actually be. Will be harder than what my exam will actually be, so I thought it was a good tool to practice. And it was 36 questions, I think, and the first time I took it, I got a 20 out of 36, so a little bit more than half. But I wasn't even that upset about it because those were PANCE questions, so that's going to be way harder than my exam. And the passing grade on my exam is a 73.5, so I just say 74. It's a 74. So if I can get a 50 on a hard version, I felt like that was a pretty good indicator of, like, that I'll probably get like a 70 or something on the real one. But I didn't stop my studying there. I also so back to Quizlet Plus. With Quizlet Plus, you can upload study sets or whatever, and it will make a practice exam based on the content. So I uploaded the practice exam that the tutor posted. So Quizlet made me, practice tests with similar questions. Where is the seasoning? Oh. So I studied some more, did the Quizlet practice test, and I got a 70 on that. So if I get a 70 again, like the second time I took it, then I feel like I could totally get a 75 on my exam. So that told me all I needed to know. So once I took the practice test and I got a 70, I've honestly just been doing flashcards since then and studying for other classes because I have my Path and Phys exam on Monday and I have a Pharm exam on Thursday. So, and I have, those have been completely, actually not true. I knew that I had the Path exam on Monday, so this weekend I'm not doing anything, and I'm just gonna grind at the library. So yeah, after this exam, I have work, which is fine because I haven't worked since Monday, so I had one day off. Nice. But I feel pretty prepared, which is honestly really scaring me because I didn't feel like I studied a ton. I feel like I am comfortable enough with the information, but I don't know. I've been so stressed the last couple of weeks that I haven't been doing enough, and now all of a sudden I feel fine for my exam. That doesn't make any sense to me. Makes no sense to me. I am going to finish up cooking my breakfast, and I feel like next time I talk to you guys, I'll be done with my exam, which is so scary. I don't know if she's gonna post the results after. We're taking it on Examplify. I've never used Examplify before, so we'll see how it goes. But it would be cool if I could review it right after, but it's also so scary. And I also kind of wanted to record me, getting the results back. We shall see. So I'm gonna put out into the universe that I'm gonna do so well on the exam. I'm gonna put out into the universe an 87. I'm gonna put that out there. And future Brianna, you did great. You tried your best, whatever you get. So let's see how I do. Hey guys, so I just came home from school, and earlier I said that it was my first time using Examplify, and you could do a little review after if the teacher lets you. So we had the option to do that, but halfway through the exam, she said that it wasn't working. But then she said that when everybody was done, she would post the grades. So I'm gonna look. I don't see anything. Or maybe, can I go on Examplify and look? This was so underwhelming. I don't see anything. I should have just done the results section, even though she said it was like causing a glitch. Well, since I am here, I feel like I did pretty well on the exam. It was a 60 question exam, and I think I flagged 9 questions that I wasn't too sure about. But then when I went back through, I felt sure about, let's say, 4 of them. So I'm not really sure. Obviously, my premonition was that I would get an 87. I felt after the exam that I probably got at least 7 wrong. And I did the math, and I'm pretty sure that came to an 88, which was obviously my premonition. So I'd be very happy with an 88. I felt that I studied well enough. Before the exam, there was a bunch of people cramming. Not cramming like they didn't study all week, but just, trying to get those last minute repetitions in. And I just can't do that. I know myself, and I know that leads to more confusion for me. So I went on Instagram for 15 minutes, and I was literally laughing. There was some funny stuff that I was looking at, but so hopefully I did well. I have work. It's 4:38 right now. I have to be at work at 6. So I don't know when she'll post it. I don't even know how to look. I don't know if it'll be on Blackboard, if I have to look back on Examplify. No idea. But I feel a lot better now that exam is done. I feel like I'm just gonna, based on my score, I feel like I definitely passed. So I think based on this exam, I'm just gonna copy and paste what I've been doing. I'll start reviewing a while before. I'll make a Quizlet, do the practice tests, copy and paste. So yeah, now I have to start studying for Path and Phys and pharmacology. Genetics, I'm taking genetics. That's completely on the back burner. Not even thinking about that. And then I'm also taking principles of professional practice, and I'm taking evidence-based medicine. Evidence-based medicine, I think there's a midterm and a final, but 50% of your grade is a research paper, but it's a group paper, so I'm not really worried about those exams. And I got advice from a second year in the program, and she said that she just crammed for that and crammed for professional practice, because those, not that they're not real classes, but obviously, human pathology and physiology is very important. Pharmacology is very important. Psychiatry is important, if you're going to be a prescriber or a clinician. So yeah, next week I have the path and physiology and pharm exams. So I think once I take those, I'll be like, okay, I can really get a grasp on everything. Yeah, so hopefully I get the results soon and I can share them with you guys. Okay guys, I don't have time to care about what I look like because I have to leave my house in like 20 minutes, so. But the grades from my psych exam were posted. Grade book. Oh my god, I got an 88.3. Woo! Let's go. That is so smooth. That is real smooth, actually. 88.3. Yo, was I spot on with my guess? Calculator. 53 divided by 60. Yo, I'm goated. I literally took a video yesterday saying that I think I got 7 wrong, which would have been an 88. And no lies told, no lies told. So, yeah, basically, I'm so happy. I hope she doesn't think that she made the test too easy. But 88.3, that is beautiful, gorgeous. I had just the longest day. I need to do my bedtime routine as I talk to you guys because I need to go to bed. But what did I do today? Oh, I wrote on my whiteboard. So I woke up, I went to breakfast. I went to breakfast with my mom's friend. She's hosting a blood drive for sickle cell anemia, and she wanted my input on how to get like people my age involved. So that was nice, and free breakfast. Then I went to the gym. I did a glute shaping day, so that was great. It was only 20 minutes. But then I literally had to get on my Zoom. I had a Zoom for my anatomy. Nope, I'm not taking anatomy. For my path and phys exam that I have tomorrow. I got like 17 out of 30 on the practice quiz, so a little bit more than 50%, which is not great. So then after that, I got ready to spend the rest of the day at Barnes & Noble. Looks fine to me. So I got ready to spend the rest of the day at Barnes. What did I do at Barnes & Noble? I spent 4 hours at Barnes & Noble. I spent 3 hours reviewing notes and about an hour on Quizlet. Oh, I also bought a book. I watched the first 3 seasons of You, and I didn't realize it was a book series, but I just bought the 4th book. So that was nice. So yeah, I studied until my brain hurt. Then I went to my mom's for a bit. Saw my mom, saw my sister. And I needed to pick up my last check from my job now that it's closed. Yeah, I stayed at my mom's for a few hours. And at my mom's, I was also doing Quizlet. And I made my mom, well, I didn't make her, but I went over some flashcards with her. Then I came home and my brain is so done and so tired that I probably didn't get that much done since I've been here. I probably did work for like 30 minutes. I just went over the last couple things I didn't go over. Took some mini practice tests. Oh, and I used the Google AI to make little podcasts for me that I can listen to on the drive to school tomorrow. Because tomorrow morning, I won't have time to do anything. I wasn't what? I'm right here. What an attention seeker. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, I usually take the train to school, but I work after school, so I'm driving. So I thought, oh, I could study on the commuter rail. No. I'm honestly really scared for this exam, but I want to put positive vibes out there in the world. I really do think I can pass. I really, really think I can pass. I just have to be smart. about my answer choices and be confident in what I know. And I should be fine. As long as my brain remembers everything. Maybe I should wake up a little earlier. No, I'm meeting Faith at the gym. So I can't wake up earlier. Let's see. I'm gonna manifest an 80. If I can get an 80 on this exam, I will be so happy. Passing is 74. So I think an 80. I'm shooting for an 80. 80 would be, anything above an 80 is exceeding my expectations for myself. I should have started studying earlier, but I didn't. I should have been more structured with the 2 days I had to study, and I wasn't. So this will be a lesson for future me. Don't wait until the last minute to study. Honestly, study a little bit every day. Because that's what I did for psych, and I felt really prepared. I don't feel as prepared for Path and Phys, which is scary because this is a higher yield class, if you want to say. Anyway, I'm going to be lights out so I can wake up early and go to the gym. Talk to you guys later. Hey guys, so today is Monday. I want to see if I can vlog and drive. Oh, no, you can come. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to get out of a spot in the middle of Boston. So bear with me, this requires all the focus. Okay, so yeah, today's Monday. I just took, well, it's 1:30 right now. So I took my Path and Phys exam at 11. I passed. Let's fucking go. I couldn't like show you guys like my reaction because for my psych exam, we had to wait till she posted them on Blackboard. But for this exam, he posted them like you submitted the test and boom, you got your score. So yeah, so I got my score. I got an 86 for now. I guess it could change, but I passed. All I care about is that I passed. I mean, I projected that I would get an 80, so an 86 is, you know, exceeding my expectations. Ooh. So yeah, I got an 86 on that, and I was so happy. And then I literally could not do more school stuff. I started previewing for pharm, and I was like, no, my brain needs to do brainless activity. But that didn't last long because right after that exam, I had pharm, like the class, and he's a great guy. Like, he's a great teacher. He tried to have us do this bingo thing with the drugs that we have to know, and it made me realize I actually don't know anything. So we did the bingo, and then he was like, oh, like, now guys do this practice test, and I was like, I can't do this test because I don't know anything. And for me, it's like, if I don't know literally any of the material, why would I do a practice test? Like, that doesn't make sense. I should know some of the material before I try doing a practice test. I feel like that makes sense. And I know literally nothing, which is so frustrating because obviously during every class, I'm actively paying attention, and I feel like pharm, oh, did I just cut all those people off? Ooh. Anyway, so yeah, but he said that once you finish the practice test, you can leave. So I just left. I packed up my stuff and I left. The class doesn't end until 2. It's not 2, but I have work. So I think I'm just gonna go to work, start reviewing for pharm. I really need to get organized. Obviously, I need to get my studies down, but I think one of the hardest parts about PA school, besides the studying and stuff, is you have to balance studying and staying on top of all your classes. Ooh. I have an exam pretty much, like, almost every week now, or a couple exams a week, whatever. So what I've been doing is ignoring all of my other classes and just focusing on whatever class I have the exam in. For example, when I was studying for psych, I only was looking at psych stuff. Same for anatomy, path and phys, and I'm gonna do the same thing for pharm. But I think today, since I have an extra out, by the time I get to work, I'll probably have an extra 45 minutes before I have to start working. So I want to just get organized and figure out what I need to do every single day. Like what class I should be reviewing for on Mondays and Tuesdays and Thursdays, whatever. My head hurt. My brain is just so tired. But the fact that I passed that exam just took a huge weight off my shoulders. In PA school, it's not about grades, it's just about passing. You just need to know enough to pass. And the questions on that exam were kind of really hard. Thank goodness I passed. I think pharm, like I said before, I've been comfortable with the material before, so I think once I sit down and go over everything, I'm not learning it, I'm kind of just remembering it. So I really think pharm will be fine. I just gotta lock in and get organized. I'm just tired. I'm so over school. Well, actually, now that I passed, I'm so happy. I was complaining to my mom last night. I'm like, Mom, like, I don't even want to be in PA school anymore. Like, I don't want to do this. It's really hard. Like, I don't want to study. And now that I passed, I'm like, life's not that bad. I'm just rambling at this point. Hey guys, so today is Tuesday. I reviewed a little bit for my pharm exam on Thursday. I feel like I'm in an okay place. I think I'm at a good baseline. So tomorrow I can start building on tougher concepts and actually take the practice exam. Yeah, I kind of just wanted to gab. Nothing too crazy. At school today, we had this panel. I actually really thoroughly enjoyed this panel. Basically, the school had 3 upperclassmen talk about their experience, and not in like a, oh, PA school is so fun, la-di-da. It was like, hey, I failed a couple exams, and at my school, when you fail an exam, you have to go through a remediation process. So you have to retake it, but it's like you have to retake it and still study for all the other exams and study the content for next week. So it's a whole process. But it was honestly quite therapeutic. They talked about, coping mechanisms and breathing strategies and self-care. And, and one of the guys on the panel, he said, oh, don't compare yourself to people, because I would see my grade and compare it to the exam average and see that everybody else did so much better. But, as long as you pass. And that really resonated with me, because I'm used to, in undergrad, the average for an exam would be a 69, a 70. A 70 would be a good average. But that's what I was used to in undergrad for an average. I got straight A's pretty much in undergrad. So I'm not used to being average, but in PA school, everybody's super smart. So I'm extremely average. And it's not a fun thing to cope with. I'm kind of dealing with that now. But I guess, Brianna, like, look at what you have to complain about. I know nobody cares, but I don't know. It's definitely been an interesting transition for me. I don't love it, but I'm at the point where, like, I don't want to compare myself to others. It's just hard because, for example, on anatomy, the average was 84. I got an 86. So, pretty much average. For the psych exam, average was an 88. I got an 89. Like, pretty much right there with everybody else. And that's just not what I'm used to doing. So I'm thinking, you have to be smart. You need to put in more work. But realistically, most of the people that I go to school with don't have a 3-hour round trip commute like I do, or they don't work part time like I do. So it's not really fair to compare myself like, oh, why didn't I get 100? Well, I don't have every hour of every day to study, you know? But yeah, I don't want to be bitter or angry, or that's not what I'm trying to get across. It's definitely a transition. I'll get used to it though. I mean, honestly, as long as I pass every exam, like, totally fine with that. But the overachiever in me wants, the straight A's, but that's fine. I really just want to talk about that panel. It was so helpful, and they had people from the audience talk about, how they deal with their test anxiety, or just a lot of great stuff. It was great timing for me because I've just been stressed. And they even talked about imposter syndrome, which I don't want to say I've been suffering from it, but as an internal, so my school, they have a pre-PA to PA pathway. So you do 3 years of undergrad, and basically as long as you have the good enough grades and you have your patient care hours, you're pretty much guaranteed a spot in their PA school. So I have been feeling like I don't deserve to be in PA school because the external students, they had to go to a 4-year university, take a gap year or 2 to build their resume, get clinical experience, and then go to PA school. So there's people in my class that are 24, 25. There's a couple of older adults in my class. Then there's me. I don't even have a bachelor's degree. I have a lot of clinical hours because I work as CNA, but no crazy experiences. So, yeah. But one of the girls on the panel, I've wanted to be her for so long. She was one of my tutors when I was a freshman in undergrad. And I just thought, she's my chem tutor. I thought she was the smartest girl in the world. I didn't know she was pre-PA. And then I took a tour of the PA school kind of thing. And she was there. And she was the only girl that worked. Everyone else was like, oh yeah, you can't work. She was like, I've worked. So, you get it done. And then on the panel, she had all these amazing, like, her resume was crazy. She's like the head of an oncology research thing. She's just doing a bunch of stuff. And she joined from Zoom because she was literally in Florida on a clinical rotation. So she's just like, I want to be her so bad. I'm so excited that I've gotten a good place with studying and I get to go to bed. I feel like I've been getting between 6 to 7 hours of sleep, and that is not my norm. I'm a solid 8 girl. I need 8 hours of sleep to feel okay. Let me know if you guys like this angle. I was sitting on the couch and I was like, I should just film here. Because I feel like my room doesn't give good vibes. And my room is so gross. My living room is the only room that's clean. So that'll have to be another problem. Cleaning my room. Or my house, whatever. Okay, I'm just rambling, so I'll let you guys go. I can't even give what I think I'll get on farm yet. Probably in the 80s. Which is no complaints. But alright, good. Oh, I can't even stay awake. So I have like 5 extra minutes, so of course I'm gonna vlog to you guys. I actually put together today. I haven't touched my hair in 2 weeks, like has not been washed. I did not have time to wash it today. But today was a little bit delayed. My AirPods didn't want to work, so the gym, I just went silent. I listened to the music that was playing at the gym, whatever. But did I spend 20 minutes trying to fix my AirPods? Absolutely. So that delayed me a bit. But I made up for it, made my workout a little bit quicker. Then I got home, did my morning routine. I had a Zoom at 9:30. I had a Zoom from 9:30 to 10. It was a great Zoom. I feel really, it was just about study tips and time management with one of the PA faculty members. So I feel really good about how that went. But we went 10 minutes over. And I was on a time crunch because I had to drop my car off to get fixed. It's making a noise. So yeah, so I had to take the later train. I should still get to school on time for my meeting. I have a meeting at 12:15. Class doesn't start until 2, so if it was just class, I'd be fine, but yeah. I have a really busy day at school. Meeting from 12:15 to 1, class from 2 to 3:45 or 3:50. At 4, I'm getting tutored from 4 to 5 for farm. Then I'm tutoring someone from 6 to 7 for biology, but my tutor platform thing, I'm having login issues with, so I have to figure that out. I'm working with the help desk. And then I have to study for farm. I have the farm test tomorrow. Last night I felt good about my studying, so I want to take a I'm going to figure out what I want to get done on the train. I feel like I have to do my Instacart, do a little budget check, get a little organized, and then I want to take a practice test for farm and see how that goes. Because if that goes well, I'll feel happy. And yeah. And then I'll figure out what I need to get tutored on tonight, because she's been asking me and I feel terrible because I've been so busy. Anyway, I'm about to cross the street. Yeah, so I think that's it. Today's just a very busy day, but we're gonna get to it. A little late start, but we're getting to it. So I'll talk to you guys later. Ooh. Hey guys, so it is, I'm sorry, I'm tired. It is Thursday night. I had my farm exam today. I got a 92, so that was really good. The test was honestly harder than I thought. I definitely did not overstudy. I think I wanted to, but then I started getting confused, so I cut it out. But I had such a long day yesterday that I really wanted to study more, because I feel like I didn't study a ton. But I went to 2 tutor sessions, an hour each, so obviously that's studying. But thanks, Panda. I don't know, I feel like the way that he teaches, you get a lot, the way that my farm professor teaches, you get he does a lot of practice questions, a lot of active recall in class. So I feel like I was, learning the content while actually in class. Whereas the other teachers during lecture, I feel like I don't really learn anything. I'm kind of just sitting there. And then when I go home, I actually have to read it again, make flashcards, do whatever. So felt like I should have studied more for farm, but obviously I ended up doing just fine, which I was really happy about. Last night was I had a pretty long day. I told you guys everything that I had to do, but my tutor session, where it's so confusing, because for one of the sessions, I was being tutored, and for the second session that I had yesterday, I was the one tutoring. So that was supposed to be from 6 to 7, but I ended up tutoring her from 6 to 8:30, which is fine. She was super cute, super nice, but I could have been at home. But I ended up, since I was on campus so long, I met up with my friend that lives on campus, and we studied together for an hour, just talking through some concepts, which those concepts did show up on the exam, so I think that was helpful. But I think we wanted to study longer. We were just no, we should not overstudy for this. So my big tip of this week, and I guess part of last week, do not overstudy. It's not worth it. My academic advisor was saying sometimes more is just more. I totally agree. Even if you didn't study for that long and you feel comfortable with the content and you're getting most of the questions right or whatever, you're probably fine. You studied enough. even if it didn't feel like a lot. But yeah, I had a pretty chill night tonight. Let me take you guys through my day, if you guys have no idea what I did. So, woke up early-ish. Since I stayed late at school, I could not wake up for my 5:30 HIIT class. I got home too late. I wasn't like in bed ready to relax until 11. And that would be only 6 hours of sleep. I woke up at 5, so didn't do that. I woke up at around 6:15 to give myself a solid chance of getting rest, because another big tip on like when you're gonna take a test, sleep 7, 8, 9 hours the night before, and make sure you have breakfast in the morning just to get your brain right. And I used to be one of those people that did not eat breakfast. I mean, now I eat breakfast every day, but yeah. So I'd go to my HIIT class, woke up, took the train, took my exam. Then I had a half-hour break before my next class. And I just did some work. I try to be productive as possible during my breaks at school, so that when I go home, I don't have to be crazy on top of everything. I have, more free time. So I did some work. Then I had public health. Public health was fine. Then I had a half-hour break. I was eating my lunch, and I was really trying to be productive. But obviously if you're, eating your lunch, you can't really eat your lunch and read something and write at the same time. But I only had a half hour, so. But then I was trying to look up a YouTube video about my content to see if I could watch that, learn a little bit, and eat. And the specific thing I wanted to look up a video for, the video I clicked on just wasn't matching the exactly what I needed, so I called it quits. Did I play a game? I don't remember what I did. Probably scrolled on social media for a little bit. I feel like yesterday and today I spent a lot of time on social media, but whenever I'm in school, I either delete my social media altogether or I do a time limit. So my limit every day for socials, so my main socials are Instagram and Snap. My Instagram, I deleted my main account, so I literally just have a little Finsta. And my Instagram videos on there, or the reels, or everything that I see, it's like literally my closest friends and what they post. And they don't post like that often. But it's mostly, cooking videos, studying tips, exercise tips. So, really putting good stuff into my brain. And then Snapchat, I literally don't snap people. I post my private story. And I have a friend, and she vlogs like every single day on Snapchat, and I'll eat my breakfast and watch her. So yeah, between Instagram and Snapchat, I only have an hour a day. And so I'm like, I feel like I've been using it a lot, but I've never gone over my time limit, so it's really not that serious. So did that, and then, sorry. I'm so tired. So I did all that. Then my next class was Path and Phys. Path and Phys, it was so painful to get through today. Not even the content. We're learning about the heart. And my teacher, she's so freaking cute. She had on a red dress to match like the heart theme. I thought it was so cute. I just could not get through the lecture. My brain was absolutely fried. Probably from just having 2 exams and studying, and yesterday being such a long day. Totally fried. So after the first hour of lecture, we took a 5-minute break, and I came back, and I just I didn't even pull up the PowerPoint. I just sat and listened. I played a game on my iPad because that's what my brain needed. Our teachers record all the lectures, so I'm gonna have to re-listen to it, but I know my brain, I was not processing anything, so I thought might as well enjoy myself and play a little game. So that happened. Oh, then, this is fun. Yeah, this is fun. So our class of 2027, we decided that after our last class, we would go to a bar, hang out, grab a couple drinks, whatever. So that was fun. It didn't end up being the whole class at all. There was maybe like 20 of us in total, but we were all kind of split up. So it wasn't as cohesive as I would have liked it to be, but I did get to know some more people, and that was really cool. But I didn't have my ID because all I carry on me in the back of my phone case is my credit card. I like don't want to share the number. Let me organize. All I carry on me in my phone, or like I have a thing on the back of my phone case that holds cards, my credit cards, my train pass, and then my student ID. Because that's all I need. Like, since I'm not driving that much during the week, I don't need my driver's license on me. And I obviously don't drink while I'm at school, so I just don't really keep it on me. So I didn't get a drink. Ugh. So I didn't get a drink, but I did get sweet potato fries, and they were bomb. I literally inhaled them. So good. So they were, I think I ended up paying $13 with tip. I paid $13, which I feel like for a basket of fries, not even a basket, like a normal size like thing of sweet potato fries. And then after that, I hung out at school for a little bit, called my grandma. And then, yeah, I went home. I'm home now. Oh, my groceries got delivered, my groceries away. And then I went over the Path and Phys lecture I had right before my test because that lecture was not on the exam. So I completely did not care about that lecture. So I went over that, and that's good. And then I have a genetics test a week from tomorrow, so next Friday. And that'll be 4 or 5 lectures of content. So I went over lecture 1 tonight. My plan is to go over lecture 2 Saturday, lecture 3 Sunday. If I could do that and make a Quizlet, I'll be in really good shape, I think. So, this was like such a bad vlog. I totally just rambled, but I got through my first round of exams, I guess I don't want to say high yield classes, but obviously Path and Phys and pharmacology are the most important classes, and they're worth the most credits. So yeah, I made it. I passed. That's all good things. These are all great things. Yeah. Oh, I'm so tired. Anyway, bye guys.